Morning, everyone. It's a great morning, and thank you, Nakul. That was a great, presentation, and great to be here. I'm back here. Last time we had a similar platform, and we were talking to one of our closest merchants. And great, thanks, Raghu, to be part of this
Thank you.
discussion.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I know that, I think it's a very evident. Flipkart has been pioneer in e-commerce. It's been 16 years that Flipkart has been going on, and I'm sure there's no space is the limit for e-com for Flipkart. It's absolutely great. And how do you feel about being part of the ecosystem? This Flipkart is basically driving the whole e-com growth in India and becomes like a champion who basically also stating so many facts about so many examples as to how people are following up.
No, I think it's a remarkable journey as you talk about over the last 16 years. I mean, remarkable journey from a point of getting the whole Indian market into the e-commerce space. I mean, we might have heard about 2006, 2007, where the conversations around whether India will even get into the e-commerce bandwagon, right? I mean, we have gone through that. We have literally learned from the market, talked to customers, understood what they want, invented cash on delivery in this process, and used that as a medium to get more and more customers to get onto the online platform and transact, right? For me personally, it has also been an extremely enriching journey because I manage payments and fintech at Flipkart, and the combination of e-commerce and fintech is a rather heady one. Two of the spaces with remarkable levels of innovation and growth and customer inclusion over the last 10 years, or in case of fintech, a slightly shorter period, enriching, but we continue to grow, we continue to learn. As far as the overall journey is concerned, we still think we are in infancy. I mean, e-commerce continues to be a single digit as far as overall commerce is concerned. So as you rightly point out, the headroom is high. Getting users, trust is more important in this, and we are working hard on that.
Great, Raghu. Well said. So I'm straight coming to the point because you mentioned that the commerce and fintech combination is where and which is where Paytm comes into picture. Our entire payment processing got sort of integrated with Flipkart about a couple of years back. So how would you take that as one of the pioneer in terms of adding a value and probably helping in the joint path of where Flipkart is today?
The partnership with Paytm is something we value a lot. I mean, I could start off with which are the areas Flipkart partners with Paytm on, and we'll keep the audience till close to lunchtime. I don't want to go into that. But clearly, we partner heavily on the payment gateway aspect of it, right? I mean, payment success rate, payment to order, which is what we call P2O, the conversion metric, are super critical to us from a point of customer experience and from a conversion, right? That is one area where we've been able to rely on Paytm as a very, very reliable partner, right? Both from a success rate and conversion point of view, and from a stability, scalability point of view, because my team literally has a hard stop for the first 40 minutes during BBD. And by the way, BBD comes in the next 1.5 to 2 months, and do gear up for that. The first 20 to 40 minutes are fairly high touch points for us, and I mean, we get into war rooms together
Whole night awake,
to work through those aspects. And for us, payments is not just limited to checkout experience. I mean, there's a very viable payment option we provide to customers on the doorstep when we deliver. That's again learning from customers to say, customers are used to doing QR code on a Kirana. Why would we not want our delivery agents to give customers the same option? That's again an area we've been able to work with Paytm on. Multiple other options, affordability, super critical lever. We've been able to work with Paytm on some of those aspects. But above all, I'll basically talk about two areas which make Paytm an outstanding partner, right? One is obviously the agility part of it, right? Paytm responds fast when we have a incident or an issue, right? And second is the very, very high level of customer focus and engagement they bring on to the table. You can see it's a partner who values the relationship and is absolutely willing to go the extra mile to make the relationship works. These two, in my opinion, and I mean, the technology prowess and the customer focus you bring in is sharp on the end customer. The agility and responsiveness stand out and make you a very viable partner, you know.
Thank you, Raghu. Thank you very much for the kind words. So let me also come down, from, of course, how we are helping and how we are working together. And of course, Nakul also mentioned in his presentation that in an e-commerce world today, the customer is ever evolving, the choices are changing, you know. So how do you think payment partners like us or payment technologies can help companies to sort of fill that gap, have more proper, offerings in the market where it can basically capitalize on it and basically have those customers coming back on this platform?
That's a great one, and I think we already have constructs like super coins on Flipkart, which is a great way to drive loyalty on the platform and have customers engaged on the platform. As far as the engagement, the payment gateways and technology companies like fintech companies like Paytm is concerned, it again goes back to co-creating solutions that customers ultimately want, right? Buy now, pay later, other affordability constructs like EMI, and we're having a fairly long range of EMI constructs, right? Be it no-cost EMI or low-cost EMI, a subvented model where a customer pays a down payment and gets a benefit of some of those. These are interesting constructs that we need to be working on and co-creating, because at the end of the day, that's what the customer wants, and that's where we can work together to ensure that we create solutions that are tailored to exactly what the customer wants, so that we can actually drive better engagement on the platform, but also bring in the whole brands into the equation, right? Brands are willing to invest in some of these constructs, be it on the EMI front or a BNPL front. How do we create a solution bringing these vested entities into the table and creating something that is winning that customers want? That's how I would look at the way we partner and bring in the ecosystem together, and not just partnership with Paytm and Flipkart is probably the way to go. And we're already working on some of those, you know.
Absolutely. I think thank you very much. I also want to add a point here, what we are saying that, one of our offering on the gift voucher side, Nakul also mentioned that also helps you have more engagement with the customer, and the customer is probably coming back with those, vouchers having redeemed. Hello. And similarly, we also have a point catalog where, the points can be burned, like, Flipkart super coins. So that's also one of the ways of having a better engagement with the customer. So I think, that adds up to it. This brings me to my last question to you. Where do you see two things? Where do you see our relationship, Paytm and Flipkart, going in the next 5 years? And where do you see the entire e-commerce vis-a-vis Flipkart going in the next 5 years?
See, the way I think about it, Flipkart and Paytm are extremely strong consumer brands in India, right? And ultimately, how well each of us go through this journey over the next 5 to 10 years will be largely dependent on how closely we listen to customers, right? And work together to come up with solutions for that. I mean, we work pretty closely with you guys on the co-branded card front. We work very closely with you on the gift card front, right? We also work closely with Paytm on the postpaid products that you
That's
have,
right.
right? At every level, these touch various aspects of convenience for the customer, or it touches aspects of affordability for the customer, and so on, right? So how do we co-create these solutions is what it will come down to, I would think.
Okay, great. No, thank you very much. And I think, going forward, we will also have more synergy on the Omni side of it. We start building, co-creating solutions for our COD deliveries, for bringing the cash customers to the digital side of it. I think that's where I see, this entire journey going to be. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, at some level, Flipkart invented cash on delivery in 2010, 2011. but we would
We want to
definitely
take it
want to
back.
see a little bit more digital transactions on our platform than COD. We love the convenience that customers have with COD, of course, but imagine the inconvenience of having to be there when the goods are being delivered and so on. So that's an area where we could partner a lot. Even convert customers who do QR code on doorstep onto digital
Make it a
during
prepaid order,
checkout,
correct.
during their subsequent purchases on Flipkart. That's an area we could absolutely
And I'm sure there's an element of
partner on
cost, right?
now. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Raghu.